biologist from Funderburk Science Center here in Atlanta. Been to Honduras many times, and give it up.
Just a prop. Boy, I'm having fun here tonight. Is everybody having fun? I'd rather be here than wherever the funniest comedians in Atlanta are meeting tonight. In 2000, year 2000, about in October, Bob Hope and Andy Sewell and I were sitting in the choir at St. Timothy United Methodist Church. We had sung our songs for the offering, and we were settling down for a 30-minute nap. Anybody else singing in the choir? Bob leans over to me and says, "Hey, why don't you go to Honduras with us next year?" And I said, "Where's Honduras?" And he said, "I'll talk to you after church." So ended up a couple of months later, I found myself flying into Tegucigalpa with Bob and Andy and a group. And it was just an amazing experience. I'm saying this before. Bob said to say it after we got through, but it really was an amazing experience, and consequently, I've gone back every year since then. A couple of years ago, I was at a family reunion, and one of my cousins, Leon, says, where's that you go every year? And I said, it's Honduras. And he says, and I quote, where's that at? And I said, well, you know, Honduras is a little bit south of Mexico. It's bordered by El Salvador and Guatemala and Nicaragua. And he nodded just like he understood, and he said, do they have parrots down there? And I said, well, yeah, Leon, they have parrots. Sometimes we are working, mixing concrete. A flock of parrots will fly over, and it's a beautiful sound. They're squawking and make a lot of noise. He said, would you bring me one next time you go? And I said, Leon, it's not that easy to bring a parrot. I'm there, but I can't get him. He said, man, I really would like to have a parrot. Leon's not the brightest light in our family tree, but I said, Leon, you can't just put one in your suitcase and take it back. He said, man, I've always wanted a parrot. I really wish you could. And I said, Leon, I tell you what, and for the sake of the people who are not from the South, when you say I tell you what, sometimes it's a complete thought. You're sitting around at parties with all your friends, and somebody comes in and says, is it hot enough for you? You say, well, I'll tell you what. You think the University of Georgia Bulldogs deserve a bowl bid this year? I tell you what. But sometimes you just say it just because you're biding your time. Your wife comes in with a new dress. She says, do you think this dress makes me look like I've gained a little weight? You say, well, I tell you what, hoping you'll think of something else to say. But in the case of my cousin Leon, I said, I tell you what, Leon, we work all week at the ranch. 6 o'clock on Friday morning after that, they told us to have our luggage out. We eat breakfast, 7 o'clock we're on the school bus, we go 7 hours back into Tegucigalpa. I will have 2 hours after we check into Honduran Maya Hotel. I'll walk around and I'll see if I can find some place to buy you a parrot. So I did. We got there and I went around, I looked around all over the little streets, found a pet shop, walked in, the guy spoke perfect English. He was from H.A.V.E, Georgia. Which might be unbelievable in itself. So I said, do you have any parrots? He said, oh yeah, I got a parrot. We sell parrots. I said, if I would give you an address and a person's name, could you get it back to me in the United States? He said, no problem. I got the perfect parrot for you. It's a blue and gold macaw, one of the most beautiful birds in Central and South America. And I went back and looked at him. I said, well, how much a bird cost? He said $1,000. I said, $1,000? Why is it so expensive? He said, this bird speaks 3 languages. It speaks English, French, and Spanish, and can translate from one to the other. But it'll cost you $500 to get it in, because we'll have to do paperwork and pay somebody to expedite the process. I said, no problem. It's for my cousin Leon. And he says, where does he live? I said, he lives Route 3, Long Creek, South Carolina, halfway between Westminster and Clayton. He said, no problem, UPS will deliver. And I said, okay. I wrote him out a check. He said, it'll be a couple of weeks. When you get back home, wait a couple of weeks, call Leon, ask him about the parrot. So I did. I waited a couple of weeks. I called Leon. I said, hey, Leon, did you get the parrot? He said, yeah, it came yesterday. I said, how you like it? He said, it was delicious. I said, Leon, you ate it? He said, we had it for supper last night. It was delicious. I said, that was a special bird. It cost me $1,000 and $500, $1,500 to get it to you. That bird speaks 3 languages. It speaks English, French, and Spanish. Interchangeable. He said it should have said something. I had a job at the zoo one time. I was in charge of the monkey house. And my job was to make sure that the monkeys came in at night, got fed, then we would let them out in the morning. One night, I made sure they were okay, went home, got up, came back the next morning, and at 9 o'clock, there was a little lady pushing a walker just as fast, stirring up dust as she was coming along. She was standing outside the monkey house, looking at empty cages. I came out and she says, young man, where are the monkeys? And I was not in the mood to say, lady, they'll be out in a little while. So I said, I'm sorry that you're here and there's no monkeys out. This is the first day of the breeding season for the monkeys. They're all inside breeding. There's a mad, passionate love going on. You wouldn't like to see it. There's a monkey orgy going on in that room now. She said, do you think they would come out if I gave them a peanut? I said, would you? Unbeknownst to me, it was the mother of the zoo director, so as part of my severance package, I was awarded custody of a little white-faced Capuchin monkey that I had been raising since its mother abandoned it. One of the 3 different species of I'm not going to give you a biology lesson, although that's what I do. Anyway, it's got a long prehensile tail. So they gave it to me. The zoo director said, turn in your keys. I did. I went home, stood for a little while. We looked around, me and the monkey, and I said, I'm going to pursue my dreams. I'm going to go to Nashville. I'm going to be a country singer. So I packed my suitcase, my truck, and my monkey, and we headed for Nashville. Fortunately, I got a job very quickly playing in a little piano bar there. And I trained that monkey to run up and down the bar, and if anybody had a request, they would write it down, give it to the monkey, he would bring it to me. I'd play the song or sing it. I'd give him an envelope, he would take it back, and hopefully the person would put a tip in it to come and bring it back. One night between sets, this lady comes up and she had her hand on her hips. She was upset. She said, do you know your monkey stuck his tail in my martini? I said, if you'll hum a few bars, I'll fake it. That monkey got where he really liked NASCAR racing. Any NASCAR fans in here at all? Anybody? Nobody will admit. Anyway, he would run up and down, and he took a particular interest in Dale Earnhardt Jr., number 88. And he would just stand in the bar, and if a race was on, he would jump up and down every time Dale Earnhardt Jr. Would pass a car. And the guy asked me, he said, well, what happens if Dale Earnhardt wins? And I said, I've only had him 2 years. I had a good time. It was a good gig. I got to sing a lot of the old country songs and a lot of ones that didn't get played. One of the ones that I would sing was, you could put me in the jailhouse, but you can't keep my face from breaking out. I would sing, the shades of night were falling fast, but I got a pretty good look. I would sing a lot of others, like I'm sorry that I made you cry, but at least your face is clean. I'm so miserable without you, it's almost like having you here. Take me to the cornfield, honey, I'll kiss you between the ears. Just don't look good naked anymore. And the one I really like is, if my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. I know you're thinking those aren't real songs, but they are. Listen to this. You ask me if I love you, and if my love is true. If I were a rich man, here's what I would do. I'd buy you a diamond ring and a fur coat or two. And if my nose is running money, blow it all on you. Yes, if my nose is running money, I'd blow it all on you. That's not the way it goes. If my nose is running money, you could have anything you please. Anytime you needed cash, all I'd have to do is sneeze. You would win the lottery if I had the cold or flu. And if my nose is running money, I'd blow it all on you. Now, the next verse has a word in it that if you are very sensitive, you may say this is not proper. My 8th graders, when I told them, love this word. And your mother may have used it also. It goes like this. If my nose is running, if my nose is running money, I'd blow it all on you. I'd buy you a Cadillac and a Mercedes too. I'd build you a mansion upon that mountain top. If my nose was running money, I'm not going to say the word, listen carefully, but honey, it's not. Anybody ever watched WKRP Cincinnati? Every episode? Johnny Fever. Johnny Fever got kicked off the air one time for saying a word. Anybody know that word?
Booger.
You always count on Andy. It's a booger of a problem that if my nose is running money, but honey, it's not. I'd buy you a diamond ring and a fur coat or two. And if my nose is running money, blow it all on you. That's it. Honduras is a great experience. If you ever get a chance to go, if you haven't been yet, it's a life-changing experience. I've been 10 times, I think, and every year as I'm getting older, I say, I wonder if I can go one more year. But when the time comes around and Bob keeps sending the emails, then I say, well, maybe I can make it one more year. Give it a try. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, hard-working people, and the work that is done, particularly with the schools, is exceptional. Thank you.